What's going on, everyone? Now, I know I don't usually make videos like this, but I wanted to try something new. So I've been told I should be making these types of videos for a while now, because you could tell by the other videos, if you've seen any of them, I talk a lot. So it's very easy for me to just talk and get lost in my train of thought. So, my girlfriend gave me the idea, as well as a few of my friends. Shout out to Nate, shout out to Jim, just shout out to anyone, I guess, who gave me the idea. But believe it or not, I'm not sure if many people watching this know this, but new Call of Duty just came out. I know it's hard to believe, actually. And the reason why it's hard to believe is because there's absolutely no hype around the Call of Duty franchise right now. As of 2021, I don't know when you're listening to this, whoever's watching this, there is absolutely no hype around Call of Duty 2021. I'm pretty sure there was more hype around it when Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and Infinite Warfare were coming out. I'm not even joking with you. I'm pretty sure at least people were talking about it then. So, Call of Duty Vanguard is, of course, the newest one. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much anymore. Like, Call of Duty, I guess, as a whole, has just sort of been on a large decline for a long time. I mean, they sort of had a good head start with Modern Warfare. Cold War was pretty but what can you do? It's like a rush game. But Vanguard is just absolutely, absolutely just almost like comedic in a way. Like, almost like a parody of, like, what Call of Duty is supposed to be. It's like they made a game, like a separate studio made a game trying to make a parody on like the old school like Call of Duty games in terms of like World War II and all that. Just probably a parody on World War II games in general. Like I cannot believe what's happened with this game. I mean, there's a few things obviously, but I feel like a lot of games do this, not even just Vanguard, even some games that are successful. They sort of want to try and ride trends and do certain things that just don't work because they're not put in the game naturally. Like, I mean, honestly, if you remember back when Black Ops, Black Ops 2, even Modern Warfare 2 came out, better games, way better games in high regards. I went back and played Modern Warfare Remastered, and even then, even though the game was a lot slower, it was still way more fun. Even though I was doing way worse and not doing as good, I was having way more fun. I think it's simply because the games were more designed just for you to have fun. A lot of these games have been adding stuff like skill-based matchmaking, all that yada yada yada, blah blah blah, because some people are good and some people are just losers. Now, obviously, I'm joking there, but I feel like that's sort of become secondhand with a lot of these games. Is that a lot of people just don't want to lose. But ironically, I feel like this is a problem that sort of stemmed because of skill-based matchmaking. They sort of added this so everyone has an even fight, an even playing field. But I feel like that's sort of something that's become second nature with these games. Not even just Call of Duty. You can name any of them: Fortnite, Apex, freaking I don't know, Scrimblow, Bimblow, and the Ringy Ding a Wing. All these games sort of gotten ruined. Sorry for my dog, by the way. All these games sort of got ruined because of skill-based matchmaking. Because the developers are like, oh, we want everyone to have a fair fight. We want everyone to be able to approach the game brand new and stuff like that. Which is like, it's Call of Duty. How many new people are you getting? I mean, I know the new generation each year. Like, there's a new generation each year that's going to be playing the games. But a lot of those generations, even though we say like our generations or the newer ones are sort of softer, they're not going to want to play these games the same way that we played those other games. I feel like that's why a lot of newer franchises, I guess, were made. I mean, obviously new franchises and stuff like that are a thing, but there was a good period of time where it was just Halo, just Call of Duty. I mean, obviously there were outliers and stuff, but just recently, like 2017 till now, 2021, there's been like every year there's like a new game, a new franchise that's trying to branch out and stuff. And the reason why I guess the industry is doing that is because these games like Call of Duty are just getting old and past their prime. They're trying to chase trends, they're trying to follow certain things, and sort of in the process ruin the game in general. Ironically, Fortnite, which is one of the victims to these trappings, was probably the first fresh of breath air for a while, because the reason why Fortnite became so popular in the first place is because the game was designed to have fun. The game was not designed to be like oh, a new the COD killer or anything like that, or this is gonna be the game everyone's playing. Is literally they designed it for fun, and most of these games that are designed with fun in mind are the ones that are always popular. I mean, think about it. Why are Nintendo games always $60? They never go down, and people still buy them. It's because even though some people don't like Nintendo, the games are still fun. You can sit down and play like a Mario game, however, no matter how old you are, and you're still gonna have a fun time. And I feel like they could still do that with multiplayer games and shooting games even. And the thing is that they're too afraid to let the developers just have free will and sort of do their own thing. When almost every time that's happened, we've had like the best games in terms of Call of Duty. Like, was it back in the day when Modern Warfare 2, and then what was it, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2? Those sort of had like the main focus. I mean, obviously the company still, Activision still forces Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer to do what they want, but I feel like they had a lot more leeway back then, and because of that, the games could, I guess, prosper more. Like back when like they were making Black Ops 1, they were like, oh yeah, let's make the zombies mode. Or no, even back if we take it even further back to World at War, the zombies, which is the breadwinner for Call of Duty at this point, if we're being honest, was literally made because some dude was like, I think it'd be fun to have a little horde mode, a little secret horde mode in the game. Stuff like that. Fortnite, which is by far probably the biggest shooting franchise of the 2010s, especially the late 2010s, simply was made because they saw PUBG and thought, let's make a fun little version on our game. That's it. All these games that are successful are made because there's a passion to make them, and the developers actually get to make them how they want. I feel like it's been like monopolized almost. It's kind of sad to see that a lot of these games are getting ruined, and it's so easy to see why. If I'm sure Sledgehammer could have made a very good game. Vanguard probably would have been very good if it wasn't bumped up a year because Activision's too worried that Modern Warfare 2 is not going to have enough time. That shows that Activision is aware that you give the developers more time, the game will be better. They don't want to. They're putting all their eggs in one basket. They don't want to like mess up with Modern Warfare 2, so they're letting them develop it even longer, which is obviously fine. But at the end of the day, you're still screwing over another company by doing that. A company that you are sort of paid to manage, and Activision, I feel like, is the root of this problem in terms of when it comes to Call of Duty. Because even though Fortnite and stuff like that sort of got stale and stuff, at least Fortnite tries to add stuff that's more fun. And there's a whole nother root of problem for something like Fortnite, because even though it's skill-based matchmaking, there's also things like gimmicks and all that anyway, yada yada yada. If Fortnite was ran by Activision, Fortnite was made by Activision, it would have been ran to the ground way faster than it did. And even then, Fortnite's still one of the most played games. I'm pretty sure there's more people playing Fortnite than Vanguard right now. If you look it up, I guarantee there's probably more people playing Fortnite than Vanguard. But a lot of these games also try and add gimmicks and stuff like that. Like Activision has been sort of employing these companies to add gimmicks and stuff. I'm sure Sledgehammer probably only wanted to make a Vanguard game or a World War II game. They want to make Vanguard simply because World War II was screwed up by Activision. So they wanted another chance, and again, it was screwed up again. So they thought they had another chance. No. So a lot of these things, I guess, sort of boil down to money, which big shocker, but I feel like if Activision gives these companies more time, we would be having better games and they would make more money and the industry would still prosper and grow. I feel like one easy solution to this, which actually is something my friend Jim gave me the idea of, is just let Call of Duty be a 3-year franchise, you know? Maybe every 2 or 3 years instead of one is a new game comes out, you know? I feel like that would give Warzone enough time to reinvent itself on whatever new game comes out, and obviously the new game itself would still be better and a better standalone outside of Warzone. There's a lot of people that aren't going to buy the newer games because Warzone, why would I do that when I have Warzone? Why would I play this when I have Warzone? And even then, people don't really like Warzone inherently. It's just that it's probably the most fun game to play, which the reason why is because it's had so much time to develop and grow. Even though Warzone freaking sucks, it still has had more time to be fleshed out. Nobody wants to play Vanguard because it's a shallow, hollow husk of what a game should be. That's what it was like with Cold War for a while, and people starting to lighten up the Cold War because Treyarch actually developed it and made it better. And I think the main reason why Cold War was successful was because it used Black Ops 2 maps, which again were maps developed way back in the day when the companies were allowed to actually do what they freaking want and actually try new things. But I feel like if they made the games come out every 3 years, like I said, they would be more fleshed out. They would be more fun. They could have better storylines, all that. And I feel like they honestly, if they really tried, they could go back to the glory days of Call of Duty. It could be the top franchise. I mean, it already is by numbers, but in terms of public opinion, it's not. It's like Transformers, you know what I mean? Is the Transformer movies and stuff like that, they're fun to watch, but you'd rather go watch like a way better movie, you know? Same with like any of like the bad trashy Marvel movies. Like it's just stuff made simply to force feed the consumer. A lot of these games and movies I guess sort of have followed this because there was a golden age at one point where, movies, games and all that were really good. Now I feel like in this day and age they're trying to just replicate what made those good, but you can't replicate what makes it good without what's making those bad too. It's a natural flow. You can't just you can't just take someone else's arm and put it on someone else's body and make it work. You have to have the whole body to make it work. And I feel like Activision at some point needs to lighten up to this because eventually it'll become like Assassin's Creed where everybody hates it, even the critics, even the freaking IGN shills. One day, and dare I say, I hope I never see this, is that IGN gives it a 6.0 out of 7.0 out of 10. But hopefully Activision obviously listens to me, the obvious master when it comes to marketing and games in general, and wisens up to me, some dude, some guy just sitting in his chair. But I feel like a lot of people will agree with what I'm saying in this video. I mean, if you do, go ahead, comment what you think, all that, blah blah blah. Well, I would like to actually know what you think. I'm gonna start ending the video off. It's been running way longer than I thought. If for some reason anybody here has seen this, I mean, thanks for watching this long. I don't know why you did, but I stream on Twitch. Obviously, I make videos on YouTube. My Twitch is Heydown, just like my channel name. I stream every day about like noon. So if you want to tune in there, maybe want to talk directly to me live or anything like that about any of the topics I talk about in these videos, then yeah, tune into there. Otherwise, thanks for watching the video and peace.